What's going on, Born for Sports? Well, week 5 in the NFL. Week 5. Kind of hard to imagine that we already are here, but we are at week 5. The Giants are 1-3. It's been a tough start to the season, and they have their backs against the walls right now, man. The season is about to spiral out of control if they do not at least split one of these next 2 games. And when I say, even though if we do split, we're kind of at 2-4, you're going to say, hey, well, 2-4 isn't great either. Well, it's better than 1-5, because if we get to 1-5, season's basically a wash. It's going to be tough sledding to dig a hole like that. And in the NFC East, and with a tough division like the NFC East, it's not going to happen. And the playoffs will be very, very much in doubt. So this is a big 2-game stretch for the Giants, man. Before the season started, we all were counting on a jump as Giant fans. We were hoping Daniel Jones would, show himself to be a franchise quarterback and take a step forward as a franchise quarterback. But obviously that is not happening right now. And it's pretty much in doubt if it ever will happen. But that's a story for another day. But absolutely a tough sell right now, because the way Daniel Jones is playing, man, I'm sorry. I get the offensive line has been bad, man. They've been injured and they're bad without Andrew Thomas. But, the quarterback hasn't played well either all year. And it's not just the offensive line. He is not taking a step forward. He's been a gun-shy quarterback. He's been making bad reads. He's been missing guys, not taking those shots downfield that we were all freaking promised. I mean, we were promised throughout training camp, through offseason, that we got to get faster. This team got to get faster. The team got faster. Well, team got faster, but the quarterback is still stuck in neutral. And that's the problem. It's not just offensive line, guys. Listen, I've been a Giant fan a long time. I remember hearing this Giant fans saying, hey, man, it doesn't matter with the offensive line for Eli Manning. He's done. Blah, blah. Well, you know what? Y'all got to keep the same energy, man, because towards the end of Eli's career, the offensive line for a pocket passer was very much a big deal. Well, this is not supposed to be the end of Mr. Daniel Jones' career. He's young. This is his 5th year, and he's still making bad reads. He's still not hitting guys when they're supposed to get the ball. He's been gun-shy, check down Charlie. He doesn't want, turnovers have reared their ugly heads again. It's just been a struggle, man. It's been a struggle for him. As Giant fans, we hope he gets it together. But you know what? If he doesn't, it's going to come into question if he is the guy here to be the franchise quarterback. Especially with the structure of that contract that Joe Shane gave him. Basically, they can get out of the deal in 2 years. So after next season, actually. So, let's hope he gets it together. But right now, it's not looking good. The offensive line has been a big problem. They're going to be without John Michael Schmitz for this game this week. And, he's basically our second best offensive lineman. And Andrew Thomas is already out. So at the end of the day, it's going to be another struggle to pass protect. But, teams around the league that have quarterbacks, everything is not always going to be perfect around him. It's not always going to be perfect around him. And a lot of the film that was studied this week showed that it was not only the offensive line that was the issue with Daniel Jones this week. A lot of those sacks was because he didn't do his part, holding the ball too long, making the wrong reads, bailing out of the pocket too fast to make a play when there's nothing there, when there's no pressure there, seeing ghosts basically. Some of the seeing ghost part is because of the offensive line pressure, but you know what? When you're in your 5th year in the league, man, you got to make plays, man. It can't just be everything around you perfect. So, we were promised team speed would be better this year. We were promised that, Jalen Hyatt was going to be a factor. Darius Slayton's speed has been a factor. Well, guess what? These 2 guys have been basically non-factors. Besides week 2 in the second half against Arizona, Daniel Jones has not played well, and the offense hasn't either. It's a situation where Brian Dable was getting mad at Daniel Jones last week, and it was all on camera for the whole world to see on a Monday night. There's no hiding it, man. He's frustrated, as we are, which tells me that this is something that has been brought to Daniel Jones' attention, the way he's been playing, the way he's not taking his chances and his shots during the game. This has been a problem all season for him. You know, he is not taking that step that they all expect and we all expect. So let's hope he gets it together, because we're going to need it, because we're playing two high-powered offenses this week. And we'll start with Miami this week, as we have to play the fast track team offense down in South Beach. And you know what? They scored 70 points 2 weeks ago, and they got their butts kicked against Buffalo, as Buffalo basically took care of business last week. So you know the Dolphins are going to be hyped up at home to get back to their ways of playing football. And the Giants, they looking at the Giants like food right now. So the Giants are going to have their hands full crazy this week. You got Tyreek Hill running out routes. You got Jalen Waddle, who didn't even play in that 70-point game, and he's back with them. He's there. You know, they got a good running game with Raheem Mostert and the rookie Cheney, or whatever his name is. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but they got a good running game. The offensive line's playing well. They're going to be without Armstead, their left tackle, but they're still a very, very formidable offense. And we're going to have our hands full this week, guys. We're going to have our hands full. So the Giants have to play, to me, mistake-free football to have a chance in the fourth quarter. And what I mean by mistake-free, Mr. Daniel Jones, you can't be turning the ball over, man. Can't be holding on to the ball too much in the pocket. You can't be going out there and being gun shy, not taking your shots downfield when guys are open. You can't be waiting for a receiver to get wide ass open to give him a shot at the ball. Darren Waller. Okay? NFL open is not wide ass open, Daniel Jones. Memo to him. So we're gonna have to play mistake-free football. We can't give this team turnovers and short fields, man, because if they do, we're cooked. Simple as that. They scored too many points. Their defense has a pass rush, so our offensive line is gonna have to play better in that department, and they're gonna have to play better, you know, at run blocking. You know, even if Saquon Barkley does play, which I have a feeling he's not, especially after seeing Jonathan Taylor just got the bag today, and you know, Saquon could be like, you know what? And I don't fault him for this. Hey, you know, if I'm not 100%, I'm not gonna go out there and risk injuring myself more, especially when, you know, a lot of Saquon's game is cutting and, you know, sudden stop with bursts and everything. So if he's not feeling right, I don't think he's playing them all. So even if he is not playing them all, Matt Breida and the rest of these guys, they're going to have to move the chains and keep us out of third and longs, because as we could see during the season, third and longs is like death to this team. So hopefully the Giants show up with a big effort tomorrow and shock the world. Hopefully Daniel Jones, please, God, Lord, have mercy. Please play like Daniel Jones that we saw against the Cardinals in the second half, because the rest of the season he has been ass. Plain point blank simple. You can tell me about the offensive line all you want. Teams have plenty of offensive lines and things around the quarterback when they have a franchise quarterback. Not 100%, but guess what? They compete. They're always in every game. The Giants haven't even been in these games, period. They got smoked by the Cowboys week 1, smoked by San Fran, kind of was in the game to the fourth quarter, but San Fran basically, we didn't challenge them. And Seattle cooked us last week. So at the end of the day, we need to play better football, and it starts with the quarterback. It starts with the offensive line in that order. Don't forget to like and share this content, and subscribe to Born for Sports. Peace out. Let's go Giants.